son, where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll.
Stranded and alienated, stripped and humiliated, wallowing in a vision now cold and isolated, caught in the lies of a false reality, feeling the sting of inner depravity, as sin begins to pull you in like a rigid force of gravity, spewing out lies while claiming to be true, drowning you in sorrow like a proverbial stool, robbing you of all you ever known, forcing itself onto one's throne. It attacks so ruthlessly, it attacks so relentlessly.
Yo, what up, what up? Happy Friday, peace and blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Welcome to the added virtual open mic / the interview that should have been the interview. You see who's in the building. I want y'all to put some respect on these artists, man. Real talk. There's some talent out there, man, that you haven't heard yet, that you haven't seen yet, that would amaze you, that would absolutely stump you. And I'm proud to say that I have one right here in the building. What's going on? How are you this evening? What's the word? Talk to me. How you feeling?
I'm all right. A little tired this Friday, ready for the weekend, you know? How about you?
It's Friday, right? Friday is always that
Friday,
day
yes.
to unwind, to relax, get off your feet. You know, you've been on them all day. You know, I'm excited to be here. Glad to be here with you. We did this before, but you know, circumstances kind of messed that up. But I think things turned out the way that they were supposed to this time, and I'm looking forward to this one. So, but for the people who are not familiar with you, first and foremost, let me say shout outs to 2470, shout outs to Wive Rose. I hope I said it right. If I didn't, my apologies. Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, where you're from, all that good stuff.
Of course. Yeah. I'm Indigo. I'm located in the Coachella Valley, grew up in Southern California, for those not aware, and grew up in NorCal. Love the heat here, though. Well, maybe not 120 degrees, but the rest of the year is great, nice and warm. And I started performing about 2 years ago or so, putting out some songs last year, and have 3 singles out and 3 covers. Just still working at finishing an album. Mostly pop indie R&B songs in terms of like vibe. And a lot of what I write about is mental health related. So that's a little short version, I guess.
Nice. Well, you are definitely welcome over here. I'm glad you could make it. Let's go ahead and get to it. You are a very talented woman. You've been doing this for some time. I want to get a little backstory to how you got to where you are, what motivates you, who inspires you, and let's start there.
All right, yeah. So I've been writing most of my life. I'm also a poet, which eventually has like the last couple of years translated into lyric writing. And I started taking singing lessons around age 10 or so, kind of on and off, but I was always really shy on stage, got like super stage fright. I still get a little bit stage fright and anxious, but I'm pushing myself to do what I can to get past it as much as possible nowadays. Now that I decided that this was like something I want to do and not just something for fun, you know. So, I mean, it's still fun, but it's hard to get over the stage fright when there's not enough motivation. So yeah, I've been pushing myself to do that the last couple of years, and my whole family's pretty musical, so we kind of grew up in that environment. So I guess it's kind of a little bit of a natural evolution from there.
So what's more important to you, the lyrics or the music, the sound behind it? Or is it a combination of both?
Yeah, I mean, being a poet first, I think that the lyrics are what I usually write first. That's usually what's like coming to me. However, I'm finding the importance of editing the lyrics to the music as I go along. So sometimes it's like you find the riff that you want, and I work with my partner who helps me co-compose. So now we've got this riff, but I have, you know, maybe the lyrics don't quite fit the timing. So I'm not altering the whole song to fit, but the whole song lyrics to fit. But, you know, I might go back in and edit a couple phrases so that now it's working with the music. So that's been working for me so far. We'll see how it holds up and, you know, how it evolves along the way.
Nice. For those of you you're just tuning in, I have an artist here in the building, man. Y'all didn't know this. You might do. I do tend to have these conversations with rappers. You name it, I try to give light to these people. I want them to get love. I want them to know that there are people out here that appreciate what you do. You know what I'm saying? And you are seen and you are heard. And with that being said, she's going to be performing 2 different pieces. I have one on deck right now. I'm going to bring up in a second, but I want to ask this question real quick.
Sure.
And then we'll segue over to that first piece. Okay. What do you focus on musically in terms of your message? What is it that you're trying to express to your audience? What does it look like for you?
Yeah, I mean, every song is obviously different, but for me, a big component is just trying to let people know that like whatever they're struggling with, that they're not alone, and that, that they're just, you know, they're not alone in the world with those feelings, and that other people have been there, and it's okay to feel these things and work these things through and figure it all out, you know, and it's just a process. So, because I know, like, I used to be really bad at reaching out to friends when I was going through something, and, you know, you can get this attitude of like, oh, it's only me, and but the world is so much more expansive, and sometimes just knowing that other people have survived whatever experience you're going through, I found that like very helpful. So I hope to extend that to other people.
Nice. I respect that. I love that a lot, man. This is what I want to do for the listening ear. I want to give y'all just a glimpse of what you've been missing out on. We got rappers, we got singers, we got people who perform day in and day out on social media everywhere. This is the first time that we get to see a live performance from one of our own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her the solo, and I'm going to pull up the first track of tonight's show. So get comfortable, make sure you got something to snack on a drink, and let's vibe out.
I'm waiting in the wings, shadow you can see, waiting for my cue. Time is ticking on, and I love to share my song. Heart is colored blue. I stay alive. Don't want to just survive. Everything I want to say is hiding inside. Won't you hear me?
Hey, hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. Hey, we're gonna have to spin the block on that one. First of all, I'm gonna say this. It was you. It was choppy, right? It's not.
The ping timing coming through a little choppy.
Yeah, it was going in and out.
Oh, on the mic.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because of the mic or it was because of the connection, the internet connection, the signal strength.
I've not tried this before yet.
Right. Now it's cool because I could hear the power in it. I'm mad that I didn't get to really experience that like I wanted to, because I heard bits and pieces
Right.
throughout it. I'm like, yeah, this is one of those. This is one of those. What I would like to do for that, right?
Yeah.
If there's a way that I can add that to this stream or to another one, I definitely want to do that because I want to make sure the people hear that.
Yeah, a little more clearly. Yeah, and I realized I think we tested it out earlier, and I wasn't entirely sure if we were if it. I think it started from the same place, so that threw me off a little bit. But that is unrelated to the choppiness.
That was a beautiful song. Don't get it twisted. The audio, the sound, I heard.
It's just not coming through quite right.
It just wasn't coming through clear enough to where we could truly appreciate it for what it was. We're gonna rectify it though. Definitely, because I need that for my own ears.
Thank you.
What I wanted to ask though about that particular song, what was the motivation behind it? What inspired that one? How long did it take you to write it?
Yeah. Not sure that I remember, like on the lyric side, I have like a stack because when I get in the zone, I'm kind of like writing, and then it's all the editing and going back and being like, okay, no, this one's not good, this one's good, whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't tell out like how long exactly, but this one was kind of like my first kind of very personal anthem song because for me, like I fell into playing the part of just like trying to fit in everywhere, and I like just watched a podcast about this the other week, which was funny timing. So I was like, I relate to this. They're like, if you try to fit in everywhere, you end up fitting in nowhere because you're trying to be somebody you're not. So it's kind of always trying to like fit in somewhere, force myself into situations where like making the people who I'm around accept me, rather than A, accepting myself, and then B, also just like finding the right people, who are gonna accept me for me. So this song is just like me talking to myself, being like, hey, like you got to listen to like who you really are and let yourself shine. And that's kind of how it ends, is trying to release those feelings of not fitting in and just accepting yourself. And I'm very grateful that I put in the work to really work on that a lot and find my people. So yeah.
You'd be surprised at how much not fitting in actually makes you fit in.
Yeah. Yourself, people like they're either going to gravitate towards you more because you are being your true self, or they're going to be like, we don't mesh, and then, which is like also a nice thing because then these aren't my people, and you can go find the right one. So yeah.
Exactly. No harm, no foul. Everybody walks away alive,
Yeah.
What's your end goal with your music?
My angle?
Yeah.
I kind of what I just said earlier is trying to make sure that other people feel seen and heard as well. That's still like, it's still very much something that I am, while I have done a lot of work, I'm still working on that for myself. So it's nice because I get to express it and work on it for myself while also hoping to help bring that to other people. So little dual bonus there. But yeah, that's kind of my big thing. I mean, I'm sure one of these days I'll have just a fun song, but but that's my main focus.
Are you going for legend status? Are you trying to be one of the greatest of all times, or do you care about that?
Kind of like moderate, not in a sense of talent. Like I want to always do my best and be my best and keep like learning and growing and doing better. So in that way, like I I don't really think that there's one person who's like the best and the only legend or whatever. And people will say, oh, it's this person or that person. And I'm just like, well, you just like them the best. Because there are so many talented people, so many amazing musicians, singers, poets, writers, artists, everything. And we just don't know about a lot of them, right? So in that way, it's more like for me, just like being my best and continuing to do better, because my best is just going to keep growing, or hopefully it's going to keep growing, right? That's the goal. But in terms of like notoriety, I don't know, somewhere in the middle would be kind of nice, you know, because like the more well known you are, the more gigs you get, stuff like that. But I would like to be able to have a little bit of a life and, you know, not get swarmed places. So yeah.
Are you a pen paper person, or a I can write all of this in my head person? Because
oh, go ahead.
yeah, some people can do complete songs in their head without having to ever touch a notepad ever.
If I do that, I won't remember it. So if I start getting an idea, I'll either voice note it or write it down. Like I can get most of a song in my head. I just can't keep it in there. There's too much going on, so it's got to get out.
Yeah, that's never been my thing. Yeah. And I don't even remember none of my stuff.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because I can remember a DMX song, or I can remember a Nas song, or a Beyonce song, but I can't remember my own stuff.
Well, how often do you listen to your own stuff?
I don't even play back my stuff.
Right. I find if I don't listen to my song for a while, I have to listen to it a little bit again. But if I listen to it often enough, because, you know, like all my favorite artists, I'm listening to them a lot. So it's really easy to kind of like pull that back up in my memory. So I think, if you listen to it a little more, it'll be easier.
Yeah, true. Who out there, dead or alive, would you want to work with if you had the opportunity right now?
Yeah, I think we in our lost interview have this question.
Yeah.
So, and I think I said Sarah Brightman, which still stands. Also Teddy Swims. I think there's anybody else I'd want to collab with. I mean, unless it's somebody I don't feel like I vibed with, like on a values level, I'd probably like, if they're well known and they wanted to collab, I'd probably say yes, because that's good exposure, right? I think those are my big ones right now that I'm really, always love Sarah Brightman. For anybody who doesn't know, she's kind of like pop opera. She used to be married to Andrew Lloyd Webber, and he wrote the role of Christine for her, and I believe I have that fact correct. I haven't looked that up in a while, but I believe that's correct. So I know she played the original Christine at the very least.
Yeah, I did not know that at all. I just started to change my taste in music, so that's a new one for me. Artist to artist, what's one of the most challenging things that you faced doing what you do here on social media, networking, building a brand, connecting with other people?
Yeah. Right now it's definitely it's not necessarily like a complete silence, I'm getting a little bit of momentum, but it's, relatively pretty small, you getting like five likes on a post or something. It feels like it's going nowhere, right? Excuse me. So just holding on to kind of knowing that like you have to do that building phase, and it's going to take time to get there and to grow, and just being okay with that. You get feedback sometimes, but it's not very often. So trying to find ways to give that to myself, to just give myself the motivation to keep going out without feedback.
I don't know how I missed this question in the chat, but someone asked, "What's your favorite band?"
Yeah. Oh gosh, it always like oscillates and changes. Oh my gosh, what's their name? Okay, this is like people love to love them or hate them, and yeah, but I love Sleep Token. Like, I think they're doing something really fun and different with metal right now. Like, they have jazz vibes, they have metal vibes, they have rap, they have, I don't know, all sorts of stuff going on, which like I find really interesting. Outside of them, I'm really loving Renee Rapp's. She's a pop. Yeah, I'd say Sleep Token's one of my favorite bands. I Prevail. When I'm not listening to pop, which I listen to half just like for fun and half to like get ideas and see what's going on and who's doing what. Then I'm usually listening to metal, mostly like oh my gosh, what's it called? I'm trying to think of the subgenre of metal right now, and it's escaping my mind.
No problem. Chef asked, as a singer, are you classically trained or well taught?
Yeah. I've had singing lessons on and off since about age 10 or so. So kind of like right now, I'm mostly just teaching myself, taking a little break from lessons just to save on finances at the moment, though I do want to go back to taking some more because there's certain areas that like I personally want to improve upon. So yeah, a little bit of both, but mostly classically trained growing up.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to ask you what does that process look like when you're training your voice? Is it difficult to go from just doing the freestyle stuff to having someone say, well, you have to be at a certain pitch to get your muscles to kind of acquiesce to this and adjust? How does that work?
I mean, so I'll use the example of like piano lessons when I was younger. They weren't really a choice. So, I'm not like really looking forward to those lessons when I'm going. But as an adult, like all of my vocal lessons have been, thank you. I was planning to do a comment. All of my vocal lessons have been, have been a choice for me. So it's not hard in that way where I'm looking for the feedback. I'm looking to learn more. So, and I mean, obviously you want to work with a teacher who's going to be kind about their feedback. They want to push you forward without like, if you're doing something wrong, being mean or cruel about it. So yeah, but I didn't really find it like mentally or emotionally difficult because I'm like, well, this is what I want. This is what I'm asking for because I want to improve.
Right, which makes it easier.
Yeah.
Because you're actually enjoying it and you're not under any pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Self pressure a little bit.
some.
Yeah.
You brought up stage fright. What's the technique that you use to give you comfort when you're performing?
I'm still kind of working on my performance style. And I'm trying to kind of lean into like, I don't want to close my eyes the whole time, but I am trying to kind of like see if I can lean into more of like an expressive style where it is a little bit more intimate. So my eyes might be closed sometimes and see how that feels and how the audience reacts. Without like, I still want to give some audience interaction and not just, not look at the audience at all. Trying to remind myself that if I do look out and somebody's like, scowling or whatever, I'm like, that's probably not about me, probably. And, it's just, you have no idea because, if you're performing in a bar or whatever, it's like, people aren't even necessarily there for you. So whatever's going on in their face, just kind of reminding yourself of that. A good warm up really, 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 really helps. Not always the most, adds a little bit of time before I got to go out between my day job and the performance, but it makes a big difference in the confidence level for sure. I can tell every time.
Yeah, you definitely have to go up there with I know I'm about to do this, and
yeah.
And then people don't get enough credit for stage performances, whether or not you're a poet or you're actually performing dances and all. That is a lot, because you're looking out at the audience and you have to engage with them. You want them to feel like they're a part of the show, but then you might see things that's going on out in the crowd that doesn't pertain to you, and you still have to remember, oh, I'm still up here doing this. I can't get sidetracked.
Yeah, it's an interesting balance for sure, and very much still on the beginning leg of that journey, figuring that out.
Repetition, just enough of it, you'll find your flow and rhythm in no time. I'm sure of it. Then, like Chef said, you have a technique and it works for you. Just, I'm actually, I want to hear this other one.
Okay.
We've been going back and forth. Everything sounds pretty. Like I'm really ready to kind of. After the first one, I feel like the internet gods kind of tried to rob me of that one.
Yeah.
So this is vindication. But let's go into this next one.
All right.
Let's try this next one. Me. Sound check. Are we good? Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, you haven't started the music yet, right?
Oh no, I was okay. messing around. I just wanted to make sure your responses were clear, but I'm about to play it now. Okay. Let me go over here to the solo.
Controls in my mind with the words I use. And tell myself nothing kind. So what's the use? Circular logic, my brain loves the abuse. I cut permanent scars into gray matter, buried in thoughts I wish I could shatter. Millions of pieces, but the shards just make me madder. Just make me madder. Sometimes I hurt myself with the things I say. Sometimes I hurt myself. Wish I wasn't this way. One day, I'll be okay. The traps for myself that I can't avoid. Call myself names until I am devoid of anything nice to call myself. hasn't left my mind, and they're nowhere to be found, hidden away in a graveyard deep underground. Sometimes I hurt myself with the things I say. Sometimes I hurt myself. Wish I wasn't this way. One day, I'll be okay. Permanent mark on my mental mirror. I've become the boy I used to fear. Their words can hurt me when mine cut deeper. Then my mother replied and the keeper. Sometimes I hurt myself. Sometimes I hurt myself. Sometimes I hurt myself. But you wouldn't know it. I never show it. Oh, sometimes I hurt myself. Shallow castle without us. Sometimes I don't know when to stop. Wish I controlled my own thoughts. Someday I'll drop this sad habit. I'll stop. I'll stop.
Hey, I gotta add that to my playlist.
Oh, thank you.
Shit, actually, after hearing that one, I know the first one I might have to add to it too. Damn. All right. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, Chef, I couldn't put a name to it, bro. I couldn't. It has this. I don't know. I could get in the car and it could be raining hard. I would be playing that on repeat.
It's definitely the most jazzy. It has a very, very small line of hope at the end because I don't want to like leave it with like none. But yeah, definitely probably one of the sadder ones on the album. Although Make Myself Sad is sad, but yeah, I think this one's a little bit deeper there. Yeah. Jazzy blues, R&B.
Yeah. I felt that.
Yeah. So I did not think of Matchbox 22, but yeah, no, I used to listen to them all the time. So maybe I need a repeat on my Spotify. Listen again.
Real talk. In total, how long did it take you to put together your album?
The lyrics were like a few months, and then so we're still working on production. Everything is composed now, and like 2/3 of it is recorded, but not produced. I don't have an exact date yet. I need to get with my producer on figuring out the dates for the rest of them. But let's see, the first release was in, oh my gosh, I want to say around September. So I put out 3 covers as well, but I'm going to pause on some more covers, I think, for the meantime, and just work on the singles, on the originals. So I imagine by the time we're done, I'm hoping for a little bit less than a year. That's my goal. I wanted to get it out faster, but you know, life, reality, stuff happens. So, yeah. So composing time. I mean, I really started writing the lyrics in 2024, yeah. But I didn't really start composing most of them until last year, 2025, at the time of this recording, and for future listeners. Yeah.
Gotcha. I gotcha. To the
So I
people,
guess it'll be like 2 years, maybe a little bit over 2 years by the time everything's start to finish. Yeah.
take your do not rush nothing. This is your baby. This is your pride and joy. You put a lot of love and a lot of time into that. Don't just throw it out there just because you want to get it out there. I understand you excited for it and you want to. From what I heard, I don't blame you for wanting to put it out there.
I think it's like, I wish it's the only thing I could, like, if I could work on nothing else, you know, but I can't. That's just the way it is, right? There's other stuff you got to do in life. So, yeah. Like, I wouldn't want to rush it. Just have more dedicated time for it would be really nice. Yeah. So, but we make do with what we can, and we set aside time when we can.
Right. I swear I love the artists, the artistic community, man. There's so much potential out here, so many dope souls out here. The ability to reach into somebody else and pull out their inner self through words, through tone, through pitch. It's beautiful, man. You paint pictures in ways that you can't just do having normal conversations. And that's why I enjoy doing open mics. I welcome and Chef, because he's a singer himself. You know, he was the first person that I interviewed, and there's no better feeling than it. The energy and the vibe here is just way different. What would you say to somebody who is doing what you're doing and they're having doubts? You know they got something, but it's G14 classified. They don't really have the oomph, the extra behind them to push through that rough patch.
Yeah. I kind of like to go with like a mix of, you know, surround yourself with good people who are gonna lift you up and help push you forward, and then, you know, give yourself some grace. Like, you're gonna have bad days. I get bad days all the time. Maybe not all the time, but you know, we all have bad days. I've had like a couple of weeks ago, I was having just like 3 days of like just doubting everything, and then, you know, go out and get around some friends, and now I'm like, all right, I'm feeling better now. I can keep going. You know, they don't even have to talk about like what I'm doing. Just being around positive, supportive people, like, you know, they don't have to be in the same field. They don't have to fully understand everything. I just know that, like, they have my back and they're there for me. So yeah, that really propels me forward.
Having a supportive system.
Yeah.
That matters a lot. Because you're gonna have days where you in your head and somebody might have to knock some sense into you. Like, hey, what are you doing? Do you know who you are? Do you remember? Because I do. Come on, time to get up, go wash your butt, get dressed. And you got things that you need to do, man. There, like chop, come on. That's important. Shout out to the support systems.
Yeah,
those are MVPs, man. Really. This was a dope show.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got. I was pissed when the first one didn't go through, but
yeah. Oh, I'm glad it worked out.
It did. Because I'm going to have to go back and play this over again because I want to hear that song again. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that album. You got to keep us posted when everything actually officially drops. Because I will be first in line, if not one of the first in line to cop me something. So, any final thoughts? Any final words for the people that leave them with?
Yeah, no, I think that we had some great questions. So I think you kind of nailed it. Like we said everything I think I want to say. Yeah. I think. Well, I've had this question asked for me like on some podcasts. Is like, what's one like? I'm trying to think of the exact question. Like, yeah, just like kind of parting words you'd leave with anyone. So one thing that like I really fully believe in is that as human beings, like, we come from different cultures, we come from different societies, we all have different things we are surrounded by, but that overall at the core, like I really believe we're all way more similar than we are different, and we can all find things to come together on.
Agreed. And that's a great way to segue into the closing of the show. I want to say thank you to you. I want to say shout outs to everybody who pulled up for the show this evening. Appreciate you for being here. I'm going to retitle this. It won't be called The Addict. So if you're confused, it's going to be retitled to her actual name. Let the people know how they can reach you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My website, ellindigo.com. That's ELLE indigo.com, which I think my name should be up on the StreamYard probably, or it'll be in the title. And then on most of the social media, ellindigo.singer is my handle. And also on all the streaming platforms is ellindigo. Also really easy on my website, all of that is linked. So that's kind of a one-stop shop.
Fire. This is definitely history in the making. I'm glad, and it's an honor to be one of the first to do this, to have this out here for the world to see, So, when I request the autograph, don't turn Hollywood on me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah.
But yeah, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night and weekend. Shout outs to the people. Y'all do the same. You know how to find me if you have any rappers, artists, any that want to come up, chop it up with us. Hit me up. Let's make it happen. We up out of here. Peace.
Stranded and alienated, stripped and humiliated, wallowing in a vision now cold and isolated, caught in the lies of a false reality, feeling the sting of inner depravity, as sin begins to pull you in like a rigid force of gravity, spewing out lies while claiming to be true, drowning you in sorrow like a proverbial stool, robbing you of all you ever known, forcing itself onto one's throne. It attacks so ruthlessly, it attacks so relentlessly.